morning and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Ashley. I'm the Wildfire Weed. You can find me on Instagram, and there I share all about my love of gardening and how my family here in Alaska, we are developing our own little homestead, complete with, of course, these ladies. And I have been gardening here on our little slice of land really for almost 10 years now. Last year we invested in a polytunnel, a high tunnel if you will, from Rimmel, and this is my first spring using it. About 6 years ago my husband built this white greenhouse, which last year we hooked up our natural gas to, and it is heated, which has made all the difference in the world. Also, sidebar, I want to just take a moment to say hi, Mom, if you're seeing this, which I'm sure she will. Anyways, let's take a little tour. As I mentioned, we are in Alaska by the coast, and we got a lot of snow this year, so we are still dealing with that. Our overnight lows are just right at freezing, and so you can hear that heater going right now. This garden area has kind of turned into my cottage slash kitchen garden. I'm very much a do-it-yourself kind of gal. I am self-taught, although I've had some very amazing influences. My mom, my grandma, just finding all sorts of people on YouTube that have been especially helpful, but I have found that there is minimal on YouTube for Alaskan gardeners specifically. We have a very unique, difficult climate to grow in, I would say. I'm considered zone 4, which all that means is in history, our average frost date, the first frost date could be the middle of August 15th, and our last frost date could be as late as June 1st. So that's all that means. We can have as short of a season as 90 days and sometimes don't see frost until October. You never know what you're going to get. Homestead mascot is our 10-year-old boxer Joey. Last year we had a fence that went all along here. Boop. And we cleared all these trees out. We added a chicken coop. We put fencing up, well, our version of fencing, and we put this big, beautiful 20-foot by 36-foot high tunnel in place. We put a lawn down, which we'll see how much of that comes back. I'm not too hopeful. It's still very soggy right now. But as we walk over here, this is the big exterior garden, and I do apologize if this video is not superb quality, a little shaky maybe. I am no professional, but got stuff to show you. So I threw chicken litter down along the rows. There's garlic planted in there, so I'm excited to see hopefully if that emerges. I share everything based on the stance of I'm just showing you what I'm doing. I'm no expert, and I definitely encourage you to do your own research. Just showing what I do. I think it's helpful, and I hope to inspire more people to do the same. You just got to start. So that was my sweet pea TP I built last year. It turned out beautiful. I can't wait for that this year. Along the fence line we have raspberries and Joey. There is 5 rows in total in here. Last year I did not have much time to situate it how I wanted it to be. This year we'll have a little bit more time and not have to create from scratch like we did last year. So each of the 5 beds will be 3 feet wide with a 2-foot 2-foot aisle in between. And what I'm going to do is eventually seed white clover on the aisle, so we'll have a living pathway. I'm very intrigued with the permaculture methods and no-till gardening, something this spring that I've really kind of geeked out on, and also realized that I was doing a lot of those methods instinctively. Let's go in to the tunnel. This was another thing last year that we were in such a hurry to get it set up. I did not have time to situate everything exactly how I wanted to, just kind of threw everything in place. So this spring I've been kind of forming beds the way I want them, and we're just going to give it a try. I don't have anybody close to me that grows in a tunnel, so I can't see what they're doing. I just have to kind of figure out what's working, what will work for me. Currently that says 39 degrees in here, which is great. This weekend I do intend on putting cold hardy crops in here, but come summertime, this will be where a majority of our tomatoes and peppers, maybe some corn, some watermelon, squash, onions, all sorts of things. About my family and I, so both my husband and I are born and raised here in Alaska. We have 2 little boys. Come on, Joey. Samuel and Levi. And yeah, I did not grow up having a family garden. I did not grow up having animals. This is something that I have felt the urge to run to over the past few years. Something that I just have this burning passion inside me that I just love sharing this with you guys. And I figure, you know, I've been so scared to put this out on YouTube or to step out into the YouTube realm, but I encourage people to just start where they are, not wait to be perfect. And here I am not following my own advice, so I'm gonna follow my advice, and here we are. So if this is something that you are interested in, if you like seeing garden transformations, if you want beginner garden tips, if you live in Alaska and you need somebody that is doing Alaska gardening, hit that subscribe button, like it, do all the things. And I thank you for your time, and I hope you have a beautiful weekend.